Hello and welcome to Golf and Yachts. We are still here in the magnificent Whitsundays, and I made a promise. I'm going to come good with that promise today, and we're going to review in depth these golf shoes, Squares from the United States. I'm going to discuss not only its performance, how I found them, comfort stuff, all the regular stuff. We can't get these in Australia yet. You can't walk into a store anywhere and buy these shoes yet in Australia. I'm working hard on trying to do something with Squares and bring them into a distributor here in Australia and throughout Asia. But at the moment, the only way you can buy them is online. Now, I'm going to discuss a little bit more about that and the process, how long it took. We'll talk about cost, and we'll also talk about value for money. Stay tuned. I think the most important part of buying any new golf shoes has to be comfort. You've got to feel good in them. They've got to feel good for you to go to the next level. It doesn't matter what they claim. I mean, they could be rocket shoes, and unless they're comfortable, you're not going to enjoy wearing them. These shoes, I can tell you, are one of the most comfortablest shoes I think I've ever had. I remember, and you guys probably would have had a pair yourself. I used to have a pair of, I used to wear what they called FootJoy Icons now, but back then they were FootJoy Classics. I love the Classics. They're very traditional, beautiful shoe, heavy shoe though. It was like a cobbler has done these shoes. They're magnificent. But then FootJoy changed a bit when they brought out this series called Contours. And these reminded me of the FootJoy Contours, not in design and not in quality, everything else. And we'll talk more about that with Squares, but in comfort. When you first put your foot, when you're used to wearing those FootJoy Classics, which were wood soled, very heavy, leather, everything, into the Contours, it was like you're walking on air. This is what I felt with here. From a performance point of view, which is the second reason you would buy these shoes, I think. Comfort being one. Two, it's performance. What do I mean by performance? Well, they tell us you can hit it further. Again, the last two videos have showed something quite interesting. The first video at Stanthorpe Golf Club, I was hitting it in places that I wasn't quite expecting it. Now, we're not talking 20, 30, 40 meters here. We're not talking anything crazy, but we noticed on a few drives, not on all, but on a few drives, we noticed they went a bit further. Was it a coincidence? Maybe. Second round, Hamilton Island Golf Club. I was about what I expected most of the day. We got to the 18th tee, and I apologize if you've seen the video again, but we got to the 18th tee. Roger was very happy. He was chirping, talking it up, saying how good he hit his drive, and he did. It was a beautiful drive. I then stood up, and for the very first time, maybe not the first time, maybe he's mishit it and I put it past him, but when he's happy with it, there's not usually a chance that I can put it past him. I put it convincingly past him. Now, what are the contributing factors are there? 2 rounds, 2 really unusual circumstances where maybe it was shoes, maybe it wasn't shoes. In fact, most of my videos I've always said maybe it is, maybe it isn't. What else could it be? I'm using the same golf ball, Bridgestone golf ball, same golf equipment. Everything was the same except for these. So let's talk about these. Spike system. Different colors mean different things. These are set up, they say, to promote good, stable footing, which in return increases clubhead speed. Now, I'm not going to read straight from their playbook, their sales pitch to you. You can jump online. I'll put a link down there. In that link as well, they're very graciously given us a code. For you guys at home, if you want to try the Squares, they've given you a discount code, which will be all in those details below. And by all means, order them, try them, see what you think for yourself. I'd be interested to hear more reviews. Like I said, quite unusual circumstances. I would really genuinely like to hear from other people, whether they're sort of finding the same things I am. So The spike systems are a bit different. They're coated. Now, I don't know how it goes to replace them and everything else yet. That's probably something I should find out. Probably should have found out before this video, in fact, so I apologize for that. But I will find that out, find those details, and happy to pass on that information. Wide sole. First time I played golf in a wide sole. Maybe that was the contributing factor. Not really sure. That's its claim. But 2 times now, 2 videos, I have definitely seen an increase on particular drives. I'm not saying it was an overall just everything I hit went further. That just wasn't the case. But when I got it, it seemed to go a lot further. So that's brilliant. The appearance. I think these are an absolute stunning shoe. Just from, like that very traditional golf shoe. I ordered white and black. They do other colors as well, and they've got American flags on it. Obviously, it's an American company, so, really cool designs, really cool stuff. This one, white, pretty standard, normal white shoes. I ordered the black ones, but the photos don't do it justice, and you're going to have to take my word for it again because this video here won't do it justice either. So my black ones here, you can see it's a bit dull and a bit shiny. Well, that dull is almost like a suede. Now, I don't know what material it is. It's not suede, but it's a very sort of material. I don't know what it is, but it looks brilliant. It really sets it apart. You can't see it in videos. Well, I couldn't see it, and I certainly couldn't see it in the photos when I was picking what 2 models I wanted to have. Exactly the same inner soles, everything else. It's all pretty standard from there, but really good on. Now, you want to catch who's wearing them. John Daly. John Daly has joined the team. Now, I don't know. I'm not privileged to the information whether he's a signed ambassador. I don't know if they're paying him. I don't know if he just loves the shoes and he said, I just want to do this. I don't know. Sir Nick Faldo, obviously, I believe, has an interest in the company, and he's obviously their #1 ambassador, and what a great ambassador he is. But these shoes with John Daly, PGA Championships this week, you would have seen him. I think he led, or he was leading at some stage. I think he might have just gone off the boil a bit today, but have a look at his shoes. Watch the replay. I'm not sure if he made the weekend or not, but go back, watch the replay, notice the shoes. He's wearing them. John Daly, grip it and rip. He's known for distance. He's promising. He's genuinely up there promising you're going to hit your ball further wearing these shoes. And I tell you what, how can I argue? The third element that I really love about these shoes. So first, comfort. Second, it's performance. It's claimed that you're going to hit it further. Out of my 2 rounds that I've reviewed these shoes, I've hit it further. Not every shot, obviously, but on the occasion, the ball went where I wasn't expecting it to go. And it was further, which is great. These shoelaces. You must be sitting at home thinking, my goodness, you must have nothing to talk about to bring up shoelaces. These aren't normal shoelaces. And wearing runners and all sorts of things, I'm not used to. I've not seen these shoelaces before. I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure many of you are going to go, oh, hang on, how about them and them and them? I didn't know about them. They've got a bit of, I think silicon is probably what would best describe it. It might not be, but it feels silicon in there. And when you tighten them, you don't need to retighten them. It just stays in position. That doesn't mean that I can't loosen them. I can do that quite easy. But when I tighten them, they stay in position. That might be part of the distance increase as well. I mean, as your shoelaces sort of stretch and your knot tends to sort of loosen, maybe you've got a little bit more movement there. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. Obviously, it might be a bad thing. Squares obviously think so because they're put in these and your foot does not move. I think with the wide sole, everything else, you don't want it to move. I think that's maybe where blisters and everything else comes in. So far, so good on that front. I did, the first day, get a blister on my heel. I said that in my first video. That is perfectly normal for me. It happens nearly every pair of shoes. I can't, off the top of my head, think about shoes that haven't, except for maybe my runners, tennis shoes, something like that. But golf shoes, it always happens. And it happened again. So I don't want to sort of not be truthful about that. So these shoelaces, they're the three elements: comfort, performance, and these laces. Incredible. So for you guys at home that can't get these shoes, we haven't got an Australian distributor yet. I'm working very hard. I'm trying to get Squares to look at our market and the Asian market and put them in touch with the right people that can distribute these shoes throughout places like Proserpine Golf Club. You can go in there, boom, try them on, see for yourself before you hand over your hard-earned cash. Can't do that at the moment. However, Squares were very generous and said, anyone that wants these shoes, we're going to provide a discount code. It's below, all the information, their website, everything else, and the discount code is below. If you want to try them, they'll help you out a little bit. Cost, think they're about $199, and that's American, that's US dollars, which is bang on what good shoes are. I mean, it's not expensive and it's not dirt cheap, but it's bang on what you expect. I haven't done the currency exchange, but for me it'd be what, $240. That seems about spot on what I would expect to pay for a good pair of shoes. The delivery, so when they said where we want to send you a couple pair of shoes, I said thank you very much, gave my address. They sent me an order form to confirm that these shoes have been ordered for me, and it was about 3 weeks from start to finish. So the process is good. It didn't take too long, and that's during this time, obviously. I mean, we don't want to keep banging on about COVID, but we all know deliveries are down, especially international freight, because there's not as many flights. So my shoes, they send you a tracking number. Well, they sent me a tracking number anyway, and I'm pretty sure they did everything as they would do for you if and when you want to order these shoes. And the tracking number went around different parts of America, finally to JFK over to Japan over to Australia, from Australia to my door. Now, it seemed like it had seen a lot of the world, these shoes, before coming to me. Maybe that was the quickest. Maybe it might even be quicker. Maybe Australia might start doing direct flights to America. I don't know. I'm not sure about all that stuff, but 3 weeks for me, and it seemed to go all around the world. So not bad at all. Price, I said below, discount code. Use that if you want to experiment with these shoes. Try them on. I can hand on heart say that's going to be money well spent. You're going to love these shoes. I looked into them prior to saying yes. I too would like a couple of pair of shoes. If you're going to send them to me, that'd be brilliant. And I read all the reviews. I saw other people's channels and reviewing these shoes. I spoke to a few people. When you listen to a guy like John Daly, and John Daly just loves these shoes. Now, I'm not sure what the relationship is there with Squares and John Daly. I don't know if he's a paid ambassador, but I don't think it would matter. I think John Daly's got such a great track record. I mean, he's been brand ambassadors for many companies and never, not that I saw anyway, sort of say what he's been saying about these shoes. So I want you, if you're interested in finding out more, follow their links that I'll put below. That'll be to their webpage. If you want to order, great. If not, that's fine too. This is not a paid endorsement. They don't pay me. In full disclosure, these were complimentary to me, but they're certainly not paying me to do this. And I'm working hard to try to get a distributor here in Australia. And if that happens, then I'll let you know about it, because obviously I would have an interest for you to all go out and buy more, especially here in Australia. But at this stage, online's the only option to get them. I highly recommend them. Brilliant shoes. You're going to love them. You're probably going to hit it further too. I certainly am. Thanks, Squares.